Bullshit, bro.
That's everyone, bro. Get out. These doggos.
Alright, can you guys see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Alright. Alright, so today let me go over today's trades. So when I trade I have NQ and ES open so I can see the RLs and shit on ES too because I most play ES too. So on NQ today, we opened hold up, fucking right here. So today on NQ we opened, we fucking rugged, and I said not to play the 120 RL today because we literally, let me go in the larger time frame, we literally hit it like twice already. Like it bounced off like 1, 2, 3, and this time it had to break at least. I was thinking of limiting here, but I was gonna wait for it to like get hit and then the waterfall setup happened. So today, let's see. So today we had it dump and then the 120 got hit. It ran through straight. The 060 got hit. So now the 060 RL got hit. This one right here. Now we're gonna wait for the waterfall and IFVG setup. So wait for that right here. I took it on the 2 minute today, so I usually take it on the 2 minute. So now that the RL got hit today, we now wait for the waterfall setup. And another thing was the daily RL too. This one. This was the RL that we took today. It was also aligned with the hourly. As you could see, it was like perfectly aligned. It was like a once in a lifetime thing. I've never seen that shit happen. So right here, it's never been aligned before, but yeah, it was aligned and we instantly pumped after we tapped that. So once we tapped that, we go on the 2 minute. I was waiting for it to break above the 20, and then I took my longs. So right here, it didn't close above. I would not enter there, but here's the IVG as well. So right here we got our IVG, we got the liquidity sweep, and then we wanted to wait for it to break above the 20. So let's see, wait for it to break above. Alright, right there. So where we entered, and then you could have exited at the 50 MA, and then head over to the 1 minute and seen where the 200 was, or you could have exited at this reversal zone thing. So we have this. This is the Lux Algo reversal signals indicator. Should put that on too. We use it on the higher time frames. It basically like catches the has the reversal zones. Like whenever it taps, we find the RL like closest to it, and then we just play it off that. Like ES right here, for example. Like these blue dots, these are basically the reversal zones, and it hit it, and then we dumped. Once again, like right here, it hit the blue zones, and then we rugged. So I usually wait for the reversal zone to get tapped on the higher time frame, wait for RL, and then we take it off that. But yeah, and also this too. This is basically a reversal zone as well. So you could TP here, or you could play it by trailing your TP like stop loss above the 20. So now that we're in the trade. We're up 500. You could just keep trailing this, remove the stop, remove the TP, and just have it trailed at the 50 or 20. Just have it like that, right there. Just have it trailed at the 20, or you could take profits or trail it to the 50. Let's see how that goes. Right there, up 600. You could even TP here because this now we hit this reversal zone, or you could just trail it on till 20. See, right there you would have got exited and then got that trade, or you could have played the daily 200 made and RL tap. So that's today. And then another one we took was this right here. One sec. Right here. It was at the end of day, so let me go here. Let me go to the end of day real quick. Oh, yeah, this one as well. There's one. This one too. Let me go to the end of day at 3 p.m. The long. One sec. It's 3 p.m. Alright, so this was the long we played. So the 060 RL's right here. So let me go to the 2 hour. It's right here. 060. You can mark it out, so you don't have to keep fucking changing your time frame. So just mark them out. Then go to the 1 minute. Alright, so we sweep this RL now. Now we wait for it to break above the 20 with the IFG. I accidentally went above the next handle. So you'd wait for it to close above the IVG and 20T. Right there, you have it. IVG 20T fully aligned. RL sweeped. Right. Then you could take it to the 200T, but I took it till the 2 hour RL. You could even TP at the 2 hour RLs. So I longed it and then TP at 120. And it was 0 drawdown. And then if you didn't want to TP at the 120 RL, you could also trailed it with the 20T like this. And then, yep, TP it. And then the second one was this right here as well. The 120 RL short. Now after that long setup, the short setup came as well. This one you could shorted off the 120 or waited for it to break below 20 with the IFG. So you could have taken this, and I had my SL 25 points above, and then TP, could have TP'd right here 85, or trailed it till the 20T. So that hits perfectly, and then TP hits and it reverses instantly. Another setup. I was gonna release I'm gonna release a document for it. I'll make a video of explaining it as well. It's like the 200T tap and then followed by an IFG, and that's how you could take the 200T taps instead of just limiting on the 200T taps, because it could like go straight through like this right here. It went straight through, like today, went straight through. So you could wait for it to get tapped, wait for an IFG like right here for shorts as well. It tapped it. There's no IFG here, so you wouldn't short this. Like right here, it tapped 200T. There's IFG right here. Take shorts, you would take it right here. Look, so 200T tap. Now wait for it to break below the IFG. Next, right here. Take shorts, SL above. TP, you could TP to the money flow profile, or this block right here. You could see it says 142 million, or trail it to the 20T as well. So that hit. And if you trailed it to the 20T, you would have got trailed out right there. So let me go to the day before real quick. Let's see what happened yesterday. Someone's mic is
Well, you're not married.
mute. Alright, so right here, yesterday, go,
I don't think you muted him. I can still hear him.
fuck, hold up. What about now?
Yeah, it's good.
All good.
Alright, so this was the day before yesterday. Yesterday. So, yesterday, we opened, we fucking tapped this RL right here, 120 once again. You could see 3.4 billion. We shorted this in the morning, till here. So let me go through the trade we did for that. So New York session opened. 9:30. Hold up. Alright, so I determined my bias. It was short right here till the 120 RL, because on the money flow profile you could see there's literally no liquidity above. It's in the only liquidity zone is right here, which is fully aligned with the RL. So I took a short right here. I waited for an IFVG here and a break below 20, and then we took a short right here. So right here it broke below. We shorted right here. And then TP the 120 RL. We just let that play out. So once that got hit, now you can look for longs because the RL got swept. Check your IFVG. You got one right here. Now you wait for it to break above 20. Candle close above 20. Right there. Candle closed above 20. Full TP at 200 MA. And then we could trail. Go to the 2 minute. You could see that 200 MA is right there. 1 minute. Now we could just send this long, SL at the low, 200, the RL at the low, and then just let it ride and then trail your stop loss at 20T. Once you're up like 20-ish points, I usually put my stop to break even, so just let this ride, see, and then have it trailed up to 20. Or you could TP in this zone too. If you see, so most times if I see 200 MA up here and there's no liquidity and the liquidity is it's like all of it's right below it, I usually put my TP on it instead of the 200T, because it sometimes misses it and it just goes for this and then reverses. So right here you could have it trailed right here. Alright, you would have got trailed and then that would have been it. Or if you just held it from here and just had your break even stop, you still would have been good for this too. But let's see where it would have went. So it would have went straight for the 200T basically. Yeah. Yeah, I would have went straight for the 200T. So if you got in right here, 200T right there. Let me see if it broke below 20 on the 2 minute. Yeah, you would have. This one you probably would have got break even as well. So either you would have got trailed right here or break evened right there on this one. Unless you just bag held it till the 200T. But I would
How
just
come your bias was so much for the long? Did
huh?
it break like an hourly RL?
Yeah, it broke. It hit this one right here, the 2 hour one, right there. That's why we were looking for longs. You wait for an RL to get tapped, a 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, 4 hour daily. And then you go to the 1 minute, wait for it to make it an IFVG, and then wait for it to break above the 20, and then you long it. Simple. And then I think that was the main setup for the day before, uh, the main setup for yesterday. So let me see if there was another one. Let me see if there's an RL above here. Yeah, I remember another trade I took yesterday. It was on ES, I remember. Let me go to ES now. It was right here. So ES, we had our RL up here. We had the RLs up here. There's all these RLs. The last one was up here. So it just went through all of them. And let me try to get NQ here too. Alright. And 15. Let me mark these out real quick. So we have our RLs up here on ES. I waited for it to get tapped. I also correlate ES with NQ, so if an RL gets tapped on ES and there's no RL on NQ and a waterfall setup's happening, I also take that. Like, let me show you an example of what happened yesterday. February 20th. It's right here. Alright, so on ES right here, go to the 1 hour. Right here. So on ES, we had a candle up here to the RLs. It hit the last RL, there's none above here. And on NQ, there wasn't any. So let me go to that point on NQ as well. So there wasn't any on NQ, but it hit on ES. So I would still take it if there's an IFVG waterfall set up. So right here, it hit on ES. Not sure why I can't replay mode the same at the same time, but yeah, so it hit on ES. Now we wait for the IFVG setup. Right here, you got this. Wait for it to break below 20. Right there, you take the longs, SL at the high, 25 points, or at the swing high, and then TP at 200 MA. And if you're doing two contracts, first TP 200 MA, second TP close above 20 MA. So let's see what happens here. SL at the high. So right there, first TP would have got hit. Next TP, let me drag my SL and trail it with the 20T. And then right there, you would have got trailed out. So that's another short setup that we got yesterday, correlated with ES. And on ES, let me try to find some RLs. I've been, like, since last week on RLs mostly, there's barely any on NQ, as you can see right here. Like in this zone, there's barely any RLs. It's only down here, where there's one up here, down here, and then there's one up here, and then the rest are up here. So I was just playing only ES mainly, and just playing the RLs on ES. So let me try to find some examples on ES. Alright, let me go over this one first as well. So the one on Tuesday, the RL tap. Let me quickly do this one first. Tuesday RL tap. Alright, so we have the RL right here, waiting for an RL to tap. We're not going to long this because no RL tapped. So I don't think all the RLs below. Just going to wait for this to get hit. Still not gonna long this. Still not gonna long it. Just gonna wait for it to get hit patiently. Alright, so right there, RL's got tapped. Alright, go to the 2 minute or the 1 minute. If you want to take a quick scalp, we have our IFVG right here. Drag it out. RL sweeped, IFVG close, and then we take the long. Let's wait for it. Get hit. Alright. So just had this closed above the 20T. If you get a big candle on this, you can wait for a pullback just to be safe. Let me see if there would be one. Yeah, like this right here, like it tabbed back in. Could take a long here instead of just longing at the top of the candle, because this was a 40-point candle. You don't want to just long it right above it. You know, you could wait for it to come back into the IFVG. So right here, tapped in. Along this TP 200T, then the SL, the RL, or the low. Let's see if any of them get tapped in. After some chop, it finally got hit. So yeah, once again, if you're in 2 contracts, so if you're in 10 MNQ, that's why, like, if you're doing 1 contract, you might as well do 10 MNQ. If you're doing 2 contracts, then you could do NQ. But if you're on MNQ, pretend this is MNQ, you could just exit your first TP at the 200T and then let the rest ride to the break below 20T. So you can maximize your profits, because you missed out on that whole move after you just TP'd at the 200T. That's why I always leave a runner. Let me go back there again and then draw. So right there, you would have got out one. One's gone. Now you just move this SL right above here to the 20T and just keep drilling it as it goes up. Trail it, trail it, trail it as it goes up. You can catch big moves. For drops, you can catch huge moves, 100-point moves, if you just keep trailing it to the 20. Just keep trailing it. That's where you would have got stopped out. So that would have been a 140. That would have been an 80-point trade instead of a 50-point trade if you got out right here. But you trailed it till the 20T. Alright, so let me go on ES now. Let's try to find some RLs on ES. Now I've been lately just trading ES because there's so many RLs up here on ES. Right here. So today's, as you can see today, the first RL that got hit today was this one right here. Which is this one right here. I took a limit on ES. I usually just limit. Haven't really tried the waterfall setup on ES, but I usually just play by limits on ES. So I just limit in and then just TP do a 7-point TP, 7-point SL, basically like that. After I see a rejection, so you don't want to just long it right away. You wait for it to tap in RL, and then you could long after you see a rejection. So today you could have waited for these RLs, 2-hour RLs or 4-hour RLs. 4 hours the highest success rate. So 4-hour ones right here. Let me see if there's any daily ones. No, there's not any daily. No daily. Alright, so the 4-hour RLs right here. You seen it get tapped. Let me draw them out real quick. Let me try the waterfall setup on ES and see if it works. I've never tried it actually. Let's see. Go in the 1 minute. So RL's swept. Wait for it to break above the 20. Let's see. Alright. T long, SL at the low. TP 200 or 50. I usually TP on ES 7 points, so 7 points would be about 25 or 24. So you can long it, TP either 200T or 50T. I usually run like 2 contracts on ES because like one contract is basically 5 MNQs. If you're running 5 MNQ, then one contract would be fine. But if you're usually running an NQ, I just run 2 ES. So let's see if this would play out. So again, you could TP first TP at 50 MA and then trail below 20. This first one hit right there, and then you could just have the second one break even or trail till the 20T, and you'd get break even, I think. Yeah. Alright, so that would be the ES trade. I don't think it worked on 2 minute. Yeah, I don't know. The ES, the waterfall, it usually just works on NQ, but ES I usually play the RLs just based on our reaction, waiting for a reaction, just sending it based on that. But let's see if we held it, if it would have hit the 200T. I think it hit I think it hit 200T today. Let's see. Yeah, it did. It did hit it. Alright, so that's ES. Let me try to find more, a couple more RL taps on ES. The main, I remember taking some right here. The 2 hour.
Then maybe should get you. Can I borrow you for a minute? I'm in a live seminar.
Go. Let's try to
If you give
find
me a,
some on the RLs.
no, allow me to
Like
last.
this
This
one
guy
right
doesn't
here.
come on a lot.
So this one right here, the day's about to open. You could see there's a RL at 121, and then there's 2.8 billion at right near the RL. So that would be your bias, bearish. It's nothing up here. You can see the money flow profile is nothing up here. It literally just hit the reversal zones I was talking about as well, and it perfectly rejected off it. Like there's literally no drawdown. But so you'd go to the 1 minute. You could play shorts till there if you got in before Asia, but I usually don't. I usually just wait for it to get tapped, the RLs below on ES, and I'll just enter off that. You could see, let's wait for it to get hit. Oh fuck. Alright, right here. Got hit. See the traumas on the 2 minute. 1 minute. Alright, go to the 1 minute. See a rejection. Wait for it to break above the 20. So as soon as you've seen, so on ES, as soon as I seen this rejection where we hit this RL and seen a rejection right away, I usually would send it right away. But if you want to be safer, you would take it above the 20T. But in this scenario, like if you see the 20T, it's like all the way up here. So by the time it breaks above, it already made the move, so it would be way riskier to long up here instead of longing down here and then just break evening. So I wouldn't take this if you didn't catch this move from the bottom, and I would not take this after this bullish candle happened. But let's see if it would. Let's see if it would have played out. So let's see. Let me see the higher time frame. Let me see another 2 minute. Yeah, the traumas are a little weirder on ES. You can see they're like flatter. As you can see, we literally dumped and then it's still all the way up here, 10 points up. So on ES, it's you gotta backtest it a little more and see how you like it. If you're profitable on ES playing the RLs taps before you actually take it. But on NQ, I would just stick to NQ if you're having trouble trading ES. But it's like way more. It's more complicated because you can't really use the traumas. You just gotta play based on the RL sweeps and stuff. Let's see. Anyone have any questions of like anything we covered today?
Yeah, so do you take in consideration risk to reward on plays? Or do you more so just let them run?
Like I don't have like some people they have like 1 to 2 RRs in all plays. I don't do that. I have my stop losses based on the trade that's playing. I don't have a strict like 50 point TP 25 SL on all trades. I don't do that. I just do it based on the trade, the TP and SL. Trail it on the
Gotcha.
20T and have my SL at the low most of the time, or break below 20. Let's try to go through some more examples. Let's see of the RLs. Let me try to go to past history.
Oh, lucky.
Yeah.
The trade from this morning at like 10 a.m.
Let me go to
Can I get just on NQ? So when
10
I
a.m.
took this trade,
This one right here.
yeah, that one. My stop, I took that close above the 20. My stop was like the low was a bit too low, so I put it right below that black candle IFEG. Is that where you would have put yours?
Yeah, you'd wait for it to. Yeah, so like this candle
Yeah.
was. I think this candle was like fucking 40 points. You know.
Yeah, it was too big.
Yeah, because it's too big, you would want to wait for it to come back into the IFEG.
Yeah, I did, and then my
Yeah.
stop was below
Yeah,
that.
and then put your stop candle close below it, and then that's it. Instead of putting it all the way
Yeah.
at the down, because that's fucking
Okay.
50 point stop loss. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you would have took this and then trailed out right here, or
Yeah.
yeah. Let's see. GC as well yesterday. Let me see how accurate those taps are. Yeah, like on GC, this one right here, fucking tapped it to the tick and rugged. Let's see if the IFEG setup works on GC after it sweeps RO. This one right here. Put this right here. So you'd wait for it to sweep this RO. I'm trying to go to the minute chart. I don't think the 1 minute chart is good for GC. Think Drat trades like the 15 minute on GC. Try the 5 minute. I think the 5 minutes way cleaner. Yeah. Alright, so the RL right here on GC, the RL is right here. It got sweeped. You'd wait for it to break below the 20. None of these wicks, these are all wicks. It finally closed right here. Right here. There is, don't know if there's one IFPG right here. It's a line, so you could have taken it right here once it broke below the candle close, not the wick. So You'd wait for it to close right here. Because that candle was a 3-point candle, you'd most likely want to wait for it to come back in here instead of just shorting this. So you'd wait for it to come back in here. Then you just take it off that. You would enter it right here. And then SL would be the highs up here, 500 bucks. TP down here, 200 T, or the I'm gonna take profit 1 on here, and then the second below, candle close above 20. So let's see, so 2 right here. Wait for it to tap it. So tap, take 1 off next, trail to the 20. Alright, you'd get trailed right there. And of course, it rugged. So it works on GC too, but don't think, let me see. Yeah, it works pretty nicely on GC as well. On the 15-minute. Let's see if it would have actually went there. Yeah, it works pretty nicely on the 15 too. Sweep the RL, broke below 20. First candle closes right here. You could have taken this SL at the high, TP 50 MA, or close above 20 for your trailing, and just let it run. So it works on GC2. The RLs higher time frame, the better, because there's less RLs up here, of course, because we're at all-time highs on GC. But it was better down here probably, because there's way more RLs down here. So might want to wait for these RLs to get hit if you're trading GC, or wait for it to come down a little to the RLs, because I think there's some more down here too. Yeah, nah, there's nothing. It's only 15-minute. This is only on the 15-minute, but I don't know. I don't really trade the 15-minute RLs. So I'd wait for the RLs, the 1 hour, to form on GC, and then I would trade it. And yeah, and NQ, same shit. Tomorrow, I'm just gonna plan for tomorrow. Let me go to tomorrow's. I'm thinking of this getting hit tomorrow. Anything can happen on OPEX. Pretty sure tomorrow. Wait, is tomorrow OPEX, or I think it was next Friday. If anyone knows.
Pretty sure it's tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Yeah, it's tomorrow. Yeah.
It could even go down here. It's possible. But Doc Mays was saying we're gonna sweep this 330 high, which is all the way somewhere around here, and there's this zone as well. Try to find there's RLs here, there's RLs here. So if it broke this RL, it would most likely head to this right here, 369 zone, reversal zone. I'd wait for it to hit this RL because that's the closest. I'd probe in with micros, 5 micros, and then take my full position up here on this RL. So just wait for an RL tomorrow to get hit. Wait for it to break above the 20. Take your long, short SL at the low. That's all you gotta do tomorrow. Just wait patiently for an RL to get hit. If it doesn't, you could take a day off, or if you see another setup, like what do you call it, one of other setups on ES, maybe an RL tap on ES, you could take that shit, or a 200T tap. Let me try to find some of the examples of a 200T tap IFVG setup I was talking about as well. Go to another day, go to a random day. Which day right here? This was a short day, I think, on Monday. Let me try something like right here. Alright, so there's one right here. So instead of just taking it right off the 200T, you once again wait for the 200T get hit. Let's see, there's no RLs. You'd wait for it to get hit. Alright, it made an RL right here. I mean an IFVG. You'd wait for it to make an IFVG after it hit 200T. You would long this SL right here, and then I would just when I take these, there's no TP, specific TP. I just trail it to the 20. That's all. Now that would be BE. Or you could take profit at an RL, like this is 120 right here. Could TP right here, or just let it ride till the break below 20T. So let's see what would happen if I rode it till 20T. So right there, you probably would have got BE'd, or if you held it, it would have got, well, I'm 99% yeah, it got hit. The RL, 200T RL, the 120 RL, the 2 hour RL, that got hit too. So when you see PA, like, so another thing is this, so when you see PA, like price action, all in the traumas all clustered together, usually usually means there's gonna be a big move, like it's coming soon. That's what happens when all of them are curled together. And I wouldn't take this short right here, like you'd probably see it right here. RL tap, you're probably thinking I'm a short here, it's about to break below 20. It's just not worth it, because what is this, 10 points, 15 points I think, not even 15 points, so you wouldn't risk it on this. By the time it did close, it goes right here, let's see, by the time it did close, by the time it closed, it it would have already tapped 200T, so you wouldn't take anything over here. You just wait for it to make the move it wants to, because all the traumas are all curled up together. You want it to break through one side, so right here broke through one side, right here it's breaking. Another thing is, once 50T, if 50T is above the 20T, I don't ever take shorts. I don't do anything, I just wait for it to come back, 20T to come back and 50T to come back to the middle. So let's see. So as you can see, it rejected nicely because 50T is above the 20. So let's see. It did go down here, but I still would not take shorts here. I don't think I've ever taken a short if 50T is above 20T. It's just low probability. You always want to wait for the 20T to be above the 50T. So like right here. Now you know. Alright, I'm gonna short. So now you're gonna wait for an RL to get hit. Let's see. I don't even think there's any RLs up here. Let's see the 15. We did take us 15. Could wait for the IFVG setup and take that. Well, I think this was last week, so this is last week where there's barely any RLs. What I was just doing was just playing ES because there's like tons of RLs on ES, so I just played mainly ES. NQ, there's been barely any RLs, but it took that 15-minute RL right here. And then the IFVG setup right here. Let's see, you wouldn't take this, of course, right here. You wouldn't take this. It didn't close below the 20, so you wouldn't take that. You want to wait for the close below 20. Right there. That's the close. Short TSL at the top, and then just TP1, 200T, and then the final TP close above 20T. So right there, we would exit the first contract and get that other one just trailed up. The whole point of this is sometimes you get lucky, you could catch these drops like today. You could catch a whole drop all the way to the ground if you manage to get in, and just keep trailing it to the 20. Trail it. Just let it play out. See. Alright, you would have got trailed out there. So that's the setup. So you just wait for an RL to get hit. Wait for the IFVG setup, and then just take your long SL to low. That's it for today. If anyone has any more questions. of anything that happened today. Another thing, like today, right? RL
That was
taps.
very informative, bro.
So like today, say you took this RL, you would have got fucking raped. Like it went straight through instantly. The 120 RL. Let me see right here. Right here, it would have. If you limited here, you would have got straight destroyed instantly. That's why you gotta wait for it to go above the 20 instead of just longing an RL. So here too, 68. You longed it. It literally went down 100 points, so you would have got destroyed there too. So you just gotta wait for it to get sweeped, and then wait for it to break above the 20. That's it. Alright, that's do it. It's done for today. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. I'll do another one tomorrow and recap tomorrow's trade. What happens tomorrow? So yeah, that's it for today. I'll make a another video on the 200T tap strategy by today as well. So that's it.